Hello. Welcome to the fourth day session 3. In the afternoon session, Mr. Bipul Kumar Shahi is going to continue the session over the machine learning on the unsupervised learning. I think today is the VGG model. Okay.
Right, sir. Right.
So, yeah. So, Bipul sir, please start the session, sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir. Okay. Hi, everyone. Very good afternoon, and I welcome you back for the second session. First of all, we'll complete the part that was not completed in the first session, and then we continue for the next thing. Right. So, just a minute. Okay. So, we are going for the programming because theoretical we had discussed. Okay, we had discussed what are the requirements for PCA, what are the requirements for principal component analysis or dimensionality reduction. Okay. Now we will discuss about the programming. So I will show you both sort of programming. That means how we can do the PCA without using any library and how we can do it with the help of library, right? So both codes are very simple actually. So therefore PCA, principal component analysis, right? So how can we get start? First of all, I will import the libraries that are required like NumPy and all, not the PCA library because PCA library is different. So these are the libraries that will be required to create a array and all, the array of data, right? So we have to import it. So you can just import NumPy as NP, okay? And then we can import, that's fine, from NumPy dot lin linear algorithm import.
So we can't see your screen, I mean the typing screen. We can only see the collab.
Yeah, collab is screen on the collab only I'm tapping. My screen is not visible.
No, sir, no. Typing is not visible. We can see welcome to collab, but whatever the code you are typing is not visible.
Okay, just a minute. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. So these are the two things. First, NumPy to create a array, and second, a library to calculate the eigenvector. Okay. So process one, we will define a matrix. Okay. Second, how can we define simple A is equal to np dot array. Okay.
So, sir, how we pronounce it? This from numpy dot.
What to pronounce?
I mean from numpy dot Lina LG. How we pronounce it? The second line.
You can call it linear algorithm, or you can just say LINALG, that what to pronounce.
Okay, this is for calculating eigenvector,
Right,
right?
right, 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 right. Okay, 2 and 3, and so one more value, 1 and 4. Okay, so these are some random value that I have defined in an array. Okay, so it is giving me two column means we are considering two features. Okay, and we will see how we can reduce it to less number of features. Okay, because you know, if we can do it for 2, we can do it for 100 also, right? So the first step is that we have to calculate the mean, right? So mean, how can we calculate? It will be like m is equal to, okay, np numpy dot mean, okay, numpy dot mean of a, right? And then print, because mean is required for sorry, it is something that, just a minute, in each column, the column of each mean needs to be calculated. It will be like axis is equal to 1. No, No, it's okay. Yeah, right. So 6, 2, and 1. If you calculate the mean of 6, 2, and 1, so 6 plus 2 plus 1, 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 5 plus 4 plus 3. 8 plus 4, 12 divided by 3. Okay, fine. 3 and 4. Okay. So mean is calculated. Mean of each particular features, each feature column is calculated. Thereafter, what we have to do? We have to subtract the mean from the actual value. Okay. To just center the columns, that means we have to calculate C is equal to subtract, or I can say
Sir, why this 3 point and 4 point? I mean, we are calculating row wise, na? 6 plus 5 divided
no,
by
no, no,
2.
no, no,
6
no, no,
plus
no.
5.
No, no. Actually, this
6 plus 2.
yeah, six. The one column will represent one complete feature, no? Like if you are having
Sir,
just a minute, I will explain. Suppose you are having data. In that data, you are having different columns. Then a single column generally represent one feature, right? And this column will represent the feature 2. This will represent, if you consider this one. So this is a sample. This is sample 1, sample 2, and sample 3. Getting my point? No.
sir, axis should be is equal to 1, na? For column.
No, if I'm using axis equal to 1, then it is calculating 6 plus 5 divided by 2. That means it is going vertically down. Okay, axis equal to 1, it is going vertically down. Okay, first this one is calculated, and then this one is calculated. Axis equal to 0, it is going horizontally. That means for 6 to 1, then 5, 3, 4. Axis equal to 0 means horizontal.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right? Whenever you have to do any kind of a calculation in a horizontal manner, it will be your axis equal to 0. That means 6 to 1, then 5, 3, 4, then next feature, the next feature. Right? Because here the features will be reduced. Okay, so that's why you are calculating the mean of the features. Okay, like in last class I was calculating the mean, and after calculating the mean, what where we use it was to calculate the variance. Here we are going to use covariance, not a variance, because multiple features are there. Okay, if there is only one single feature, then it is a variance. Okay, so for calculating the variance, so what we sorry covariance, what we need, we have to first subtract the data from, okay, subtract the mean from data. Actually, subtract the mean from data. Okay, that means A, or you can say C, is equal to A minus M. Okay, print C. Okay, so what are you getting? You are getting 3 minus 1 minus 2. If you see, the mean of 3 minus 1 and minus 2 will be 0. Okay, 1 minus 1, it will also be 0. Okay, so what it do generally, whenever you subtract the mean, always your data gets centered towards the mean. That means, what I want to explain, if you are having any data, just a minute, let me explain it like this. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so if you are having any data points, right, like this, 3, 5, 7, 2, 1. Okay, uh, uh, just it will be 20, right? Yeah, so then you subtract it from the mean. Sorry, mean minus 4 minus 4 minus 4. Okay, what will you get? You will get over minus 1, 1, 3, minus 2, minus 1. Okay, so if you calculate the mean of this particular value, okay, what will happen? You will get 0. Okay, mean of this one is 0, right? 3 plus 1, 4. Okay, minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 for 0. Okay, and then we divide it by what? Standard deviation. Okay, to calculate the variance, isn't it? So the same thing we did over here. Okay, that means first we subtracted it so that data can be centered around the mean. Okay, so that mean can be 0. So that the mean of your values can be 0, right? The new data points will have a mean equal to 0. Okay, so that normal distribution can be done, normal distribution around the data. Okay, thereafter what we can do, we can calculate covariance. Calculate covariance of centered matrix. So it will be V is equal to simple, I will use np dot COV, okay, C, okay, np.cov what C, right? So let's calculate what we are getting. Print, sorry, it's a small p. Okay, so it is what we are getting, right? So basically we are getting this thing, but we need dot t dot transpose. Okay, so it is your covariance, right? So why I have transposed it? Okay, because if I use it, I calculate as it is, it will not give me the correct covariance thing. Okay, because I told you to calculate it, what we need, we have to use like this. Okay, like feature covariance of feature 1 and feature 2, sorry, covariance of feature 1 with respect to feature 1, okay, covariance of feature 1 with respect to feature 2, covariance of feature 2 with respect to feature 1, and covariance of feature 2 with respect to feature 2. Okay, so if you pass the data as it is to this library, it will consider this thing as a different feature. That means it will consider this one as a feature. Okay, this particular library, this covariance, the internal library, that consider this thing as one feature, that's why it is a 3 feature. So if it is a 3 feature, it will give you 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, like you had seen earlier. Okay, that's why you have to transpose it. Once we transpose it, thereafter it will be like this: 3 minus 1 minus 2 1 minus 1 and 0. So this will be feature 1, this will be feature 2 will be considered. Okay, and thereafter your covariance will be calculated like this. Okay, so we are getting a covariance value like this, right? So once we got the covariance value, next what we have to do, we have to calculate the eigenvectors. Okay, so eigen decomposition of covariance matrix. Okay, so it will be values comma vectors is equal to EIGV. Okay, so we are getting two things now. Okay, print values and print vectors. Okay, so we got two things over here. The first is your values. Okay, so we are getting the first, this one is your value of your first value, first eigenvalue, second eigenvalue, first eigenvector, second eigenvector. Okay, this is your first eigenvector, this is your second eigenvector. If we if we kind of project the data points on this vector, maximum information will be preserved. Okay, and if we project the data points on this vector, okay, the less information will be preserved. Okay, so we can consider, we can just decide which one to be used. Okay, so how to project? Simple, the data's points you can see over here. Projected data. Okay, vectors are there, we have to calculate the dot product. Okay, dot product between your dot product between this, okay, the point we are projecting and vector, right? So we have to use np dot dot. Okay, this is your 2 cross 3. Okay, this is your, sorry, this is 2 cross 2, this is your 3 cross 2. Okay, so we can directly use over here c comma c comma vectors, right? Let me check if, okay, fine, so we got it, right? So finally we are getting this value. So it is what, these are your projected points. Okay, these are our projected points. That means the data point that we used, okay, the data points that we used, that was, you can see 621534. Okay, 621 and 534, the data points that we use, 621534, that were projected, and these are our reduced number of values or reduced number of dimensions we are getting out. If we have to represent our data, this data, we can represent the data with this particular thing, with maximum information preserved. Okay, this is also a data point. Okay, we can use this one also, but this is having a less amount of data preserved because of this, right? So it is how we can use the this one, dimensity reduction, or you can say it is how we can reduce the number of dimensions, right? It is not completed yet, right? It is just a one part of it, right? Now we have to understand how good are we, like we did it correctly or not. Okay, so for this thing, that means whatever value that we had calculated, is it correct or is it not correct, right? So for that, we will verify our thing, our whatever the procedure that we did, with the inbuilt library. Okay, so for that, what we will do again, what is PCA, using scikit-learn library. Okay. PC using scikit-learn library. So over here, what I will do again, I will do the same thing. That means again I will pick A. This is your value A, correct? I'll remove it, right? And thereafter, from sklearn dot decomposition, import PCA. Okay. Thereafter, PCA is equal to PCA2. Okay, it is what it will give us, the two number of dimension will be reduced into two number of vectors. Okay, thereafter PCA dot fit A. Okay, so we have defined that I need two vectors, two number of reduced vectors. Okay, and thereafter we can just use print PCA dot components. Okay, so these will give us the components, print PCA dot print PCA dot explained variance. Okay, and then transform your data. Okay, B is equal to PCA dot transform A. Okay, print B. Right, so we transformed it, and also we can give a small border so that we can identify different things. Okay, so this is what we are getting. Okay, almost the same value we are getting, right? It is our components. Okay, components means what? Eigenvector. Okay, these are our eigenvectors. Okay, these are what? These are your eigenvalues. Eigenvalues you can see almost same. Okay, 7.6, 0.39, you said 7.6, 0.39, and these are our reduced number of features. Okay, so these are the reduced feature which we got after, you know, projecting the data points over the eigenvectors, correct? So you can go continue with this particular process, or you can use this process. Okay, generally we don't go with the manual process, because if we, for less data, manual process is okay, but if you are having a huge set of data, then it is really complicated to to follow the things properly. Okay, sometimes we have to change the size, shape, and all. Okay, so in that case, it creates a huge so many problems. That's why normal process, or you can say manual process, is not so much preferred. Okay, we prefer the library process generally, right? So you can also continue with the library way that we used over here. Okay, the sign can be different because it is a vector which is from infinite negative to positive, infinite positive. So that's why sign can be negative or positive, because the but vectors should remain same. Okay, so that's how we can project the things and we can get the output, right? So it is simple way through which we can do it. Now the thing is, can we apply it some actual data set, some real time data, some actual data, so that we can see the effect. Okay, so let's see, apply the same logic for a data. Okay, apply ECA on actual data. Okay, apply PC on actual data, right? As of now we use only dummy data, right? So for applying PC on actual data, I will consider the data from scikit-learn only. Okay, let me use a data set from sklearn, that is a breast cancer data. Okay, says sklearn.datasets, that is having a huge number of features, around 30 features are there. You can use some other data set also. Import, load. Okay, right, and then df is equal to what this data is representing. It is representing the tumor size actually, right? That means based upon the tumor it can be identified what like the based upon the feature of tumor. Okay, based upon the feature of tumor it can be identified what type of data is it. Okay, for example, if I call df, okay, df is having huge number of data, so this is in the form of dictionary. So what we can do, we can call the keys. Okay, we can call the keys like this. So from the dictionary, we call the keys and we are getting this thing. What it is representing, that if I call df data, I will get the data. Right? If I call df target, I will get the target. Target names, description, feature names, and file name. Okay. So if I call feature names, what I will get, print df feature names, right? Feature underscore names, right? So I will get these feature names. Total 30 feature names are there. Okay, like mean radius, mean texture, mean parameter, mean area, smoothness, compactness, concavity. Okay, so these are different features of the tumor. Based upon these features, the tumors are of out of two category. One type of category is defined. There are two types of tumor that is defined using this data. What are those two types of tumor? Malignant and benign. So any particular feature is represented out of this one sample. Okay, sorry, out of these one category. If you pick the first sample, it may represent malignant. If you took the second sample, it will represent benign, right? So those samples are basically represented in data part, correct? So what we do, we'll pick x is equal to df data, okay, and y is equal to df target. So target is represented in 0 and 1, and x is representing the features value. Okay, x is representing all the features value over here, and y is representing what? The target value. It is either 0 or 1. Like 0 is representing malignant and 1 is representing what? 1 is representing your benign, right? Now we have to use the PCA. So what we can do, I will just copy this thing from here as it is. Okay, and I'll paste it. Okay, PCA2, and over here I will pass x because we have to work over the x. Okay, I need two features, so I'll use two features, and thereafter okay, fine, x, and over here also I'll use x. Okay, and it is transposed, that means sorry, it is converted, so I'll use over here x underscore PCA. Okay, so here 30 features, I guess some mistake. Okay, fine. Okay, so your 30 features, first of all, it is components. Component means what? These are the covariances. Okay, it is a covariance. We are having covariances over here, right? And then we are having what? Explained variance. So these are our, no, this is what we are getting, something else. PCA explained variance, and three things we should get. Yeah, this is your explained variance. Explained variance means what? Eigenvalues. Okay, explained variance means what? Eigenvalues that we are getting, right? So the first one is having a higher eigenvalue, second one is having a less eigenvalue. Okay, so based upon that we can decide which one to choose, right? So we are getting these eigenvalues over here, and these are two features. Okay, now how these two features are basically, are these two features successful or not? Okay, how can we decide that these two features are successful or not? We will use to plot. That means import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, plt dot scatter. Okay, x pca, we are having x underscore pca, right? So I'll just call this thing x underscore pca. Okay, x underscore pca, and I will call the first column. Okay, all the rows and the first column, comma x underscore pca, all the rows and second column. And then color will be what? Color will depends upon the labels. So labels are present here. Labels are present in df, sorry, df target. This is what that is containing the labels, right? Target, df of target, right? Or you can say y also, you can pass. You can pass y also. So because there are two labels, it will show you two different colors. Automatically, it will show you two different colors, right? So if I execute it, so you can see when I am using these two features only, my two types of tumors are well, kind of a divided. That means yellow is representing one type of tumor and purple is representing another type of tumor. Okay, so these two are not mixed together. Okay, these two are well separated. Okay, that means if I use any algorithm, I will get a good sort of accuracy over my data. Okay, that means I can use any algorithm, but now we have to use the algorithm over xpca. Okay, I have to use the algorithm over what? Over xpca, correct? I have to use the algorithm. I have to not to use the algorithm over x value. X value will not be considered. That means if I have to train my model, I have to train like this from sklearn dot neighbors import k neighbors classifier k model is equal to k neighbors classifier k model dot fit x underscore pca comma y. Okay, and then what I can do, I can calculate the score as well. So k model dot score, that is your accuracy, x underscore pca comma y. Okay, I'm not using train test split. You can try with train test split as well. I'm using it as it is. Okay, so it is 93% accurate. That means instead of using 30 feature, if I am using only this much feature, how many feature? Just two feature, I'm getting a good accuracy. Okay, if I will use 30 features, then what will happen? Let's see. If I will use 30 feature, all the 30 feature, okay, it is 94. Okay, so using all the 30 features, 94%, using only two features, it is 93%. That means no major change. Okay, so that's how PCA basically gives us a high accuracy in so many cases. I'm not saying in 100% cases. In so many cases we can get it. What if I will get a three feature? Suppose I am generating, I reduced it, but I will generate three. Okay, because there are 30 features. Okay, so I can generate 30 different features. Okay, I can generate 30 different features, right? So this is the first one. that will contain the maximum information. This is the second one that will contain the second most important information, and this is the third one, okay, that will contain the third most important information. Correct. Now if I have to plot, I can't plot the three things, okay, so I'll plot two one. Suppose I am plotting the second one and the last one. So it is the second one and it is the last one. You can see the things gets mixed. So that means the second one, the second most important feature and the third most important features are not giving you the better accuracy, isn't it? It is not giving you the better, it will not give you the better accuracy. Okay, it will not give you the better accuracy because these are mixed together. Okay, that's why if I will use the first one and the last one, then what will happen? Then I'm getting this one. That means first one is very important to make any kind of a decision. The first one feature which is generated because of PCA, because that is having the maximum variance. The first one is having a maximum variance, maximum information preserved. Okay, so if first one I will use, okay, I will get a kind of a representation which is showing itself that the things are well separated. But still, if I will use first one, I may not get the good accuracy. Okay, first one and the last one. I'm saying if I use only first one and the last one, for example, let me use the first one and last one. How can I use first one? I have to create one more vector actually. Okay, so you can create it, because if I will use directly XPCA, it will consider all the three. Okay, so if I'm considering all the three, it is 94.200, otherwise 94.72. That means if I will consider, instead of using 30 features, if I'm using these three most important features, what I'm getting? I am getting 94% of accuracy, right? Yeah, someone is saying something. Okay, so that's why, and you can verify this thing with the help of plot, and you can also verify this thing with the help of final accuracy calculation, right? So it is how you can proceed with the PCA. If you want to generate, you can generate and you can train your model on less number of features, right? Let me share this code with you. Yeah, PCA2 will generate the two features, PCA3 will generate 3, PCA4 will generate 4, PCA5 will generate 5, like that. Okay, so if you use PCA5, it will generate the 5, because almost you are having how many features? You are having 30 features. That means 30 vectors can be created, 30 eigenvectors can be created. Okay, if there were two features, two eigenvectors, right? If there are three features, three eigenvectors. If there are four features, if there are 30 eigenvector can be calculated. Okay, so it is not like that all the 30 eigenvector we will use and all the 13 eigenvector we are going to use. We have to, out of those 30 eigenvector, we have to continue with that particular eigenvector which is giving us the maximum information. So over here 4 I used. Okay, so for the 4, you can see the first one is having the maximum information, second one is having one less, third, fourth. Okay, if I use fourth, 4, then my accuracy is what? Almost same with the actual one. Okay, so we touched the maximum accuracy also. Okay, we touched maximum accuracy, you can see, correct, with the 4 features. So still 4 I will not recommend. I will recommend only 2, because with 2 also you are getting a better accuracy, almost 93% of the accuracy, right? You can access the code, right? Okay, so let's continue with the next part. Okay, so I hope you access the code, you can go through it. Okay, and thereafter I will, if you are having any doubts and all, so we'll discuss those doubts, right? So let's continue for the second part. Second part was what? That was VGG16 model that was mentioned, right? So actually, what is VGG16, right? VGG16 is what? VGG16 is it is one of the latest uh, convolutional, or you can say it's a deep learning, or you can say neural network model. Okay, it's a neural network model basically, neural network model. Okay, so I'll explain this VGG16 in detail, but first of all, I just want to know, have you gone through the artificial neural network NN topic is completed for you, right? Is it done for you? Just anyone please let me know. Artificial neural network, just normal. Okay, so that's great. So NN topic is done for you. So let's start from there only. Okay, so in NN, what you had seen that these are neurons. Okay, these neurons do what? These neurons act as your features. Okay, that means whatever the features you are having, okay, those features will be fed up. Okay, we just feed the features into the neurons. Okay, we just feed the feature into the neurons. Thereafter, there are hidden layers. Okay, that means this will affect the values of hidden layers like this, right? And thereafter, from hidden layers there will be an output layer. This will be connected over output layer. Okay, so once it is connected over output layer values are basically defined. Correct, this is what happens in normal neural network, right? But is normal neural network is successful everywhere? No, normal neural network is having certain limitations. Okay, those limitations are basically sorted by whom? Those limitations are sorted by something that is known as CNN. Okay, convolutional neural network. Okay, so basically VGA16 is a type of a CNN only. Okay, so CNN is the next topic, but what I'm doing, I'm explaining the CNN first, and thereafter I'll explain the VG16, because it is in kind of a, if we understood CNN, then only we can understand VG16. Okay, because both are very much interlinked. Okay, so I will explain the CNN first, and in the next topic I will explain VG16. So that's how we can go through. Okay, so first of all, we have to understand the need of CNN. Why if we are having ANN, then why we need CNN? Okay, so when your data value, when you're kind of the intensity, or you can say the complexity of data increases, okay, or pattern increases, okay, complexity of data, or you can say the pattern recognition. Okay, in case of pattern, it is your image. Okay, so when the complexity of data increases, what is complexity basically? What is complexity over here? What is the complexity? Why? How it is increasing? Suppose we are having a image that is a complex. Just a minute. Let me consider a image like this. I will show you. Okay. Suppose we are having an image like this. Okay. Suppose we are having an image like this. Okay, and we have to create a pattern recognition or object recognition kind of model. Okay, so what is the challenge over here? If you will continue with normal ANN model, then what you do, you will use this image as it is. Okay, you are going to use this image as it is, right? And thereafter what you do, you divide this thing into pixels. You will divide it like this. Okay, it will be divided like this, right? You will consider this thing as a separate pixels. It can be 8 cross 8, 16 cross 16, 20 cross 20, 28 cross 28, whatever, right? So you will divide it like this. You consider each pixel as one value. Correct? Now when you divide it and you are considering the pixels value, or the like, to recognize the image or the pattern, okay, the challenge over here is this data. Okay, suppose it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it is suppose 9 into 11, that means around 99. Okay, so this will be converted into single dimension 99 features, isn't it? This will be converted into single dimension 99 features to create a artificial neural network. Okay, and thereafter hidden layers will be there, output layer, weights, and all those things will come into the picture. Okay, But you know what you are losing over here? We are losing the pattern. Okay, how are we losing the pattern? We are losing the pattern because to if we want our model should memorize the pattern or understand the pattern, what we want if it is a pixel getting considered. Okay, suppose it is a pixels my model is considering, this is a pixel my model is considering. Okay, then to preserve the pattern, my model should know the my model should have information above it, my model should have information on left side of it, my model should have information on right side of it, my model should have information below it. Okay, as well as my model should have information over here, whatever the things are over here, my model should have information on this corner, on this corner, on this corner. That means for each particular block, for each particular info, for each particular data block or each particular information block, okay, or each particular data points, if it is a pattern recognition we are going to follow, my model should know the information above, below, left, right, top corner, right corner, left corner, every information should be preserved. But if we are transforming it for artificial neural network, what we are doing after this, okay, after this particular, suppose we use this word 1 pixel, 2 pixel, third, fourth, fifth, six, seven, eight, like this. Okay, so these are neurons. Okay, so after this neuron, this thing appear. After this neuron, this appears. Okay, and after this neuron, all these things appears. Okay, so what is above it, that basically lost. Okay, suppose this is a neuron number 11, it is a neuron number 11, just imagine. Okay, please don't start counting, it is, I'm just imagining, right? It is neuron number 11, then in that case the 12th neuron will come over here, and then 13. Okay, that means whatever the information that is present above it, so it is what, it is neuron number 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it is what, 20th. Okay, so with the 20th, whatever the information that is present above 28, below 28, left 28, right 28 is sorry, left and right is preserved. Okay, because left and right will always be there, because 21, suppose if it is 21, then sorry, if it is 19, then after 19 only 21, 20 will come, and after 20, 21 will come. So left and right is basically preserved, this information is preserved, but the information above it, okay, that means above 20, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 should be there, but there is nothing over here to preserve 9. Okay, there is nothing over here to preserve the information of 9, isn't it? So that means the pattern, the information of the pattern is basically lost. Okay, the same way whatever thing that is down, that is also lost. Okay, on this corner, on this corner, this corner, these are all lost. Okay, so only this thing is preserved, right? So this happens with the normal neural network. Okay, normal neural network is no doubt very successful, but it failed in preserving the, or you can say preserving the information related to a pattern. Okay, like how the pattern changes in the data, right? That's why the CNN came into the picture. That's why people introduced CNN. Okay, CNN is basically created in such a way that your pattern information can be preserved, or the data will be used in such a way that your pattern can be preserved by your model. The information related to pattern can be preserved by your model, isn't it? That is the main thing that we do in CNN, right? So how can we create it? So let's see how we are going to create it, or what are the things that we have to use in CNN. Okay, so in CNN, what happened? You are having a data points, because from CNN only VGG come out. So I'll explain the VGG once it is done, right? So suppose it is what, it is your image. Okay, this image is having a data points like this: 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct? And this is also 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So what we are having? We are having 7 cross 7. Correct? So we will not convert it into a single dimension array. Okay, we are not going to convert it into single dimension array. What we are going to do, we are going to use this thing as it is. Okay, so if we are going to use this thing as it is, then what we do, we will use something over here that is known as kernel or filter. Okay. Many research paper will call this thing as a kernel or filter. So what is kernel or filter? Kernel or filter is same thing that you had used in ANN with the name of weights. These are basically the weights. Okay, these are the weights that you had used in ANN. In ANN, what happened in normal neural network? What happened? Things like the in the feed forward network, some weights will be assigned. In the backward propagation, the weights value will tune itself. Okay, when weights value will tune itself, a maximum accuracy will be achieved. Right. So over here also, these are your what? These are your weights values. Okay, these are what? These are your weights values. That means they will tune themselves. Okay, they will tune themselves to give you the maximum possible accuracy. Okay, they will tune themselves for what? To give you the maximum possible accuracy. Okay, so how do they tune themselves? They suppose the weights values are -1, -1, -1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so they will go and they will just multiply themselves, okay, with these many values, 3 cross 3. Okay, so when they will multiply themselves and add them, it will give you a single value over here. So this single value is representing all these vectors together. Okay, sorry, all these values together, all these informations are represented by this single value. Okay, then this filter or this kernel will make a shift. Okay, and will shift it just one bit and it will come over here, and now it will consider this 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so that means what? This new matrix is having one, these three value that is coming, that it is considering for the first time, but two previous value it is also considering. Okay, this value, this value, this value, this value, this value, and this value, these values it is considering for the second time. These are getting considered for the second time. Okay, and it will give you a new value over here. Okay, then again it will shift a bit like this. Okay, and there will be a new value over here. Okay, then again it will shift a bit like this, and there will be a new value over here. Okay, and then again one bit shift, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. It will be null, nothing will be there, but still 2 will be considered like this. Am I correct? Just let me check once. Again it will go in a downward direction. For downward direction, again this 3 will be considered. Okay, then one shift, then one shift, then one shift. Okay, and then one shift. Yeah, why cross this? I just made a mistake. This should not cross it. In some case, it do cross. Suppose in some case, if there is it is not finishing up at the border, then it will cross. It will just cross with some null value, but it is not required over here. Okay. Then again downward. So one more shift will be there like this. 2 and one more, and then one more. Okay, so 3 more shift will be there in the downward direction. Okay, better. Then so it is how what we are getting something over here called 5 cross 5. Correct, that means our data size, which was earlier 7 cross 7, okay, with the help of filter it changes itself, and now we are getting a 5 cross 5 matrix. Okay, it is what we are getting, and this is called your first convolutional layer. Okay, it is what we are getting. Okay, thereafter what will happen? Thereafter you can apply, and this is a learning parameter. This will learn. Okay, that means model will learn the value. Okay, that means feed forward network, in the backward propagation these value that model will learn. Okay, it is not going to be -1, -1, minus. It is just the initial value. It is just the initial value that will be defined earlier. Okay, and it will learn in the backward direction. Sorry, backward propagation. Okay, thereafter what can happen? Thereafter one more filter can be assigned to it. Okay, that means one more filter can come over here. Okay, this is also 3 cross 3. Okay, so when you apply this filter, what exactly will happen? This filter will come over here. Okay, okay, and you will get a matrix of 3 cross 3. Okay, 3 cross 3. Okay, these are the values. That means you can see, and values are getting preserved. Okay, values are getting preserved over here. That means a single block represents the a matrix size of 3 cross 3, right? And thereafter what happened, once you got this 3 cross 3 matrix? Okay, so what we will do again, you can apply one more filter. Okay, it depends how many times you want to apply the filter. Okay, if you want to apply again one more filter, you can apply, or else what you can do, again you can apply 3 cross 3 filter, so same thing you will get. Okay, or you can apply a filter of 2 cross 2 also. That depends, if you want to apply 2 cross 2, so you can apply a 2 cross 2 filter, or you can do what you can do over here, max pooling. Max pooling. Okay, that means the position of max pooling, the position of filter, this is what that you have to decide. Okay, that is what that you have to decide. In different situations it will be different. Okay, that is what that you have to decide. Just like in ANN we decide the number of hidden layers. Okay, we will decide in ANN where to put dropout, where not to put dropout, where to put hidden layers, where to put what. Okay, those all things we decide. Okay, here also where we want to put filter, where we don't want to use filter. Okay, we want to apply max pooling or we don't want to apply max pooling. This is all our decision. Okay, and we have to use it for the best possible condition. We have to use it to achieve a best possible condition. Okay, so what max pooling do? Max pooling basically used to pull a maximum value. That means it will be applied over a matrix size of your choice. For example, it is applied over here of 2 cross 2 matrix. So what it will do, it will pull the maximum value out of it. Okay, it will pull the maximum value out of it and create one matrix, one value for here. Okay, the same way max pooling for 2 cross 2 will be applied for this thing. Okay, obviously only twos are there. There is nothing over here, so it will compare only two. Okay, then it will be applied for this, and then it will be applied for next one. Okay,
Sir, I have a question. Like max pooling can be applied on any matrix, because I have heard, I mean, in some article it was written like it will always consider the 2 by 2 matrix.
yeah,
Max
for
pooling.
yeah, right. For maximum cases, people use just 2 by 2 matrix. But means most of the example that you get, it will be written 2 by 2 only. But there is no rule like that, right? You can use 3 cross 3, but 5 cross 5 also. But generally we use 2 cross 2, because suppose if you are using higher size, suppose you are using 3 cross 3 and you are pulling some maximum value from it, right? Then what will happen? There is a chance of losing some information. Correct, because the window size increases, isn't it? You're getting my point.
Sir, like in the very starting, suppose we are getting we are getting input image, right? Our goal is to like convert it into pixels, right, in the form of 0 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to decide here, like with the help of this I mean kernel or filter, like which matrix we want.
Yeah.
Is this the process before max pooling?
Yeah, right. This kernel size is also it is also not fixed that you have to use only 3 cross 3. This is also not fixed. You can use any size of kernel, but again, I'm saying most of the cases you will see people uses 3 cross 3 for kernel. Why 3 cross 3? Because by using 3 cross 3, there is a less chance of data loss. There is a less chance of data loss, and this is the best suitable condition that has been you can say explored till now. Okay, this is the best suitable condition that is explored till now. That's why 3 cross 3 is used. But there is no rule that you can't use 4 cross 4 or 5 cross 5 or 7 cross 7. This is what you can't say. Okay, the same way in the max pooling, suppose if I'm using a bigger window, suppose I'm using 3 cross 3. Okay, so in that case, the max pooling will pull the maximum value out of this 3 cross 3. That means a maximum, all that means total nine values will be, or you can say 9 values will be compared. And when we compare 9 value and then pulling the maximum value out of it, so there is a chance that we lose some information and there is a loss of data. Okay, the loss of information can be there is a possibility of loss of information. So that's why the best suited condition that has been explored is 2 cross 2. That with 2 cross 2 there is very less chance. Even you can use 1 cross 2 also. They know in stop you can use this much, but generally 2 cross 2 is best possible thing that has been explored. That's why 2 cross 2 people uses. That is the reason, right? So when
Okay,
you
sir.
so when you use 2 cross 2, you will just compare these four matrices, sorry, four values, okay, and the maximum value will be pulled out. So you will get a 4 cross 4, sorry, 2 cross 2 matrix, okay, and thereafter what we do, we apply FCN, okay, that is fully connected layer. So this is your fully connected layer, okay, and this will be connected with the help of weights values. These are the weights to the output neuron, okay, and this will give you the output value and will be compared. So it is a very basic structure of CNN. Okay, actually CNN is not basically evolved to give you the basic structure, but this is a very basic structure of CNN just to understand like how it is created, okay. But in actual practice, CNN is going to be so much complex, okay, so many layers will be used, so many things will be used. Now just consider this case only, okay. Before moving to the further case, I will explore this case only. Just consider this case only. In this condition, in this case, what is happening? First of all, this kernel is considered 3 cross 3, okay. This is considered, this 3 cross 3 is considered, right? Right, 3 cross 3 is considered, right? Now if you are shifting a bit, you are considering this one, okay, you are considering what, this one, okay, and you are shifting a bit with the help of this filter, okay, and when you are shifting in downward direction, you are considering this one, okay. So there are two thoughts. First, 7 cross 7 is converted into 5 cross 5, so how can we say the data is not lost? Okay, 7 cross 7 is converted into 5 cross 5, so we can say that there is a chance of loss. Okay, that means at first layer we lost something. What we lost? We lost this particular thing, okay, because this is considered for only one time, only for this block, okay. Rest all the blocks, rest all the units are considered for multiple times, right? Rest all the units are considered for what, for are considered for multiple times, right? But this block, this first block is considered for how many times? Only for one time, okay. So that means if it is considered for only one time, the same thing is happening over here, okay. This is also considered for only one time over here, right? Same thing happened for here, okay. This is also considered for only one time in this block, okay. This is also considered only within this block, right? And same thing is happening for here. That means all the corner blocks are considered by the filter, okay, are basically used by the filter for only one time, okay. All the corner blocks are basically used by the filter for only one time. So there is a chance, there is a theory that we can lose a data because of it, as well as the size is getting decreased from 7 cross 7 to 5 cross 5. So there is a theory that we can lose a data because of it, right? So what we do for it, for sorting out this kind of problem, the concept of padding came, okay. So what does padding do? Suppose this is a matrix of 7 cross 7, right? This is a matrix of 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Okay, so what we do, we use a concept of padding over here. What padding do generally? Padding add a additional layer outside it with null value, with a zero value, actually not null value, with a zero value, okay. That means it will be added or around it, okay. That means now your 7 cross 7 has been converted into 9 cross 9, okay. You converted your 7 cross 7 into
Sir, please repeat like for padding what it
okay.
is doing.
Okay. So it is your data value, it is your data that is represented by a matrix. Okay. So when you are representing a data by a matrix, it is what 7 cross 7. Okay. So when you apply a filter over here, and by applying the filter, you are generating a convolved layer, okay, a convolutional layer, then obviously that will have a smaller size. That will have a smaller size with respect to this. That means 7 cross 7 will be converted into what? 5 cross 5. So there is a chance of data loss, as well as, you know, when you are using a filter over here 3 cross 3 for the, then again if you use a next time filter, what you will use, you will shift a bit, okay, and you will start from here, you will apply the filter on next thing, here you will apply, right, and in the lower, and when we move in the lower side, then also you'll apply a filter over here. So that means all the blocks you are considering, all the units you are considering for multiple times. That means in the first block, this 3 is considered, these 3, because of these 3, the first block came. Because of these 3, again the second block is coming. So second block is representing 2 values which has been already considered over here, as well as these 3 new. Okay, and when you are moving in downward direction, these 2 are considered again, and this is new. That means 2 blocks from the previous block, or 2 blocks from the previous unit, and 2 new things over here, these 3 new, but this is not considered for the second time. Okay, it was considered only over here, right? So that means if any information that is present over here, that can be lost. Okay, obviously you are reducing 7 cross 7 to 5 cross 5, so then also you can say that my information is, I am losing some information. Okay, then also it can be said. So that's why padding is added, so that your convolutional, and this padding will have value 0, nothing, it is just 0. Okay, that's why the concept of padding came in CNN, just to give a value 0 over here. So what it will do, just give me 1 minute of time to adjust myself a bit. Okay, so you can see, if you will consider this thing, oh, okay. Now if you have to start the filter, if you have to apply the filter, you will apply filter from here, you will apply filter from this point. Okay, this is will be 3 cross 3. Okay, this will be your 3 cross 3. That means you had converted 7 cross 7 matrix into what? Into 9 cross 9 matrix. Okay, you have converted what? 7 cross 7 matrix into 9 cross 9 matrix. Okay, and you started from here. Okay, so if you start from here, thereafter what you do, next time filter will be applied over here. Okay, then in the lower end also, this time this filter will be applied over here. Okay, so what exactly happens, the pixel which, this was the pixel which were considered for only one time. Okay, now it is getting considered for how many times? You can see this is second time, this is first time, and this is third time. Okay, the pixels which were considered for only one time, now it is getting considered for this block, as well as this block. That means 3 times. That means we create a balance situation. That means this 9 cross 9, when filter will be applied, it will convert a matrix of 7 cross 7. That means there is a dummy because of, this dummy. Okay, because of this dummy layer all around, when you applied a filter over here of 3 cross 3, what are you getting? You are getting something, a matrix of size 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. You are getting a matrix of size 7 cross 7. Okay, 7 cross 7. So that means actually 9 cross 9 is converted into 7 cross 7, but in this 9 cross 9, only 7 cross 7 was the actual data. Okay, the two things that we have added over here, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 at the upper and lower and right and left, these are just dummy. These are having just zero value. There is no information over here. Okay, so that means what? You're actually the 7 cross 7 is converted into 7 cross 7. Okay, but mathematically it is 9 cross 9 is converted into 7 cross 7. Okay, so then again we can say that we had preserved the data that we're losing in the first attempt with the help of padding. Okay, this is a concept of padding. Am I clear? Please let me know. Am I clear? Okay, I guess you are you must be saying through chat, but I can't access the chat at this moment. So if you can just say, like, you can speak out if any doubts over here. I'm expecting I'm clear, right? Please speak out. No, yes, anything. Because if I'll access the chat, the drawing. Okay, first attempt means what? This is applicable for only for first attempt. What it means? That padding you are applying for the first attempt, right? This is what you are saying. Yeah. No, padding can be applied in multiple layers also. It is not like in first attempt only you have to apply padding. You can apply padding anywhere. Okay. Okay. So I hope I'm clear to you. Okay. Let's move. If you're having any doubts, please do let me know. Okay. So what we had seen this thing that this was your data. Okay. This was your data, right? And with this data, what we did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? With this data, this is a matrix. Okay, just to preserve 3, 4, 5, just to preserve the shape, or you can say what this is known as pattern. Okay, what we are applying? We are applying a convolutional layer over here. Sorry, a filter over here of 3 cross 3. Okay, a filter of 3 cross 3. Okay, and to preserve the information, okay, that we are losing in first attempt, we applied over here padding. Okay, padding is just one additional layer. Okay, or you can say one additional matrix on all the sides. Okay, like this, so that your filter can be applied. Okay, so that your filter can be applied from this end, not from the internal end. Okay, it can be applied from this end. Okay, from here your filter will start getting applied. The first it will be applied over here, second it will be applied over here, so that means, and third it will be applied over here. Okay, so that we will not lose information. Then obviously you will get a data, will get a next layer of size, what, again 7 cross 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so basically how you're getting it, you are getting it if it is having a value suppose f1, okay, f2, f3, then it will be multiplied with the first value, plus it will be multiplied the second one, means corresponding multiplication will be there, and then all will be added up. That means you can say dot multiplication also. Okay, that means corresponding values will be multiplied and will added up, and this is what you will get. Am I clear? Am I audible or not? You can just let me know, please, so that I can proceed.
Yes, yes, yes. You are audible, sir. No problem.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I'm clear, right? Okay. So let's move for the second. But I'm hoping that I explained it. If still you are having any doubts, you can just let me know. Okay. Now there is a question arises over here. What's the question? What's the problem over here? That whatever filter that you are applying, how can you be so sure that this filter can give you the best possible result? Okay, because you are having a very limited number of weights, isn't it? You are having just 9 weights over here. Okay, you are having just 9 weights. Okay, 3 cross 3 means what? Only 9 weights, right? And you had seen just 9 weights are there. Okay, and you had seen in ANN, normal ANN, the number of, if suppose in normal ANN you were using. Okay, so in that case, suppose you are having 500 features. Okay, and you used hidden layer with 200 neurons. Okay, so 500 cross 200. Okay, plus biases will be also 200, right? So that means it will be 5 cross 2, 10,000. Okay, 1 2 3 4 1 2 10, 10,000 plus 200, that means 12,000, sorry, 10,200. Okay, that means if you are using normal ANN with 500 features and 200 neurons at hidden layer, that means these 200 neurons will be connected with these 500 features. That means 500 cross 200 weights will be there, isn't it? That means this will be connected like this. Okay, that means these 3 are connected over here, these 3 will also be connected over here. So how many weights? 3 cross 2 plus 2 bias will also be there because of this one, right? So 3 cross 2 equal to what? 8. The same thing, we are having hidden layers, 200 neurons, 500 features, 200 biases, so it is total 10,200 trainable parameters. But over here, how can you be so sure that this 10,200 learnable parameters is not better, and this just 9 learnable parameters are better? How these 9 learnable parameters can replace this 10,200 parameter, okay, learning parameter? That is not possible, isn't it? If I will use this particular thing, obviously this will be better. This will be a better solution because it is giving me more number of learnable parameters as compared to this one. Like it is having what? Only 9 learnable parameters. So what we can do? We will use over here multiple filters. Okay, that means over here multiple filters will be used, not a single filter. How many filters we can use? We can use the filters as many filters we want. Okay, that means suppose I use 32 filters. Okay, so if I use 32 filters, then what will happen? 32 cross 3, so 32 cross 9. You can use as many filters you want. 32 cross 9, that will be equal to what? 200, around 288 learnable parameters. Anyway, we'll see how can increase it. So what happened if you apply these 32 filters? Because of one filter, you got a single layer. Because of 32 filters, what will happen? You will get a 32 layers over here. Okay, or I can draw it in a different direction also. Let me use some other color. You will get what? This is what you will get. A bundle, a package of 32 layers. Okay, this is a bundle of what? 32 layers. Okay, each layer is basically derived because of one filter. Okay, so we had used 32 filter, that's why we are having a size over here 7 cross 7 cross 32. This is what we got. That means we were having a data. You can see how we are preserving the pattern. 7 cross 7. From 7 cross 7 we use 32 filters. Okay, and we generated 7 cross 7 cross 32. You can just imagine how many values we have created. Okay, here we were having just 49, and here we have what? 49 cross 32. You can just compare between these. That means we are having less number of input value, and those less number of input value now get increased. Okay, earlier we were having just 49 input values, that has been converted into 49 cross 32. What is 49 cross 32? Can anyone calculate and let me know? Just a minute. Calculator, actually. Okay, 49 cross 32. 1568. Okay, so we got a value over here equal to 1568. That means 1568 neurons at the hidden layer only. Okay, that means it's a huge increase. That means any information that we were losing, I can say that we will not lose any information, and each and every information will be preserved in this particular box. Okay, next what will happen? Next, again filter will be applied. Okay, now filter will not be applied of size 3 cross 3. Okay, next filter that we are going to apply is of size 3 cross 3 cross 32. Okay, what we are doing, we are applying 3 cross 3 cross 32 because corresponding multiplication is required. Each particular value needs to be multiplied corresponding, right? That means this would be multiplied over here, just above it will be multiplied above this one, above this will be multiplied, this means corresponding value, because this 3 cross 3 cross 32 will be applied somewhere over here. Okay, this 3 cross 3 cross 32 will be applied somewhere over here. Okay, 3 cross 32, and will give you what? Will give you a single value. Okay, will give you what? Will give you a single value, right? That's how it will work. Correct. The same thing will happen. That means it will give you what? If we are applying a single filter, what will you get? You will get, okay, let me draw it over here. Okay, so you get what over here? Yeah, it will be complex structure, and CNN is actually a complex structure. Okay, it is very complex structure, you will see. Okay, so it is what we are having 7 cross 7 cross 32. Okay, and over here you are applying a filter of size 3 cross 3 cross 32. Okay, so it will be multiplied and it will give you a single layer now. Okay, it is what? 7 cross 7. Okay, 7 cross 7. Then what we will do, we will apply it in number 64. Okay, what we will do, we will apply it in number 64, or it is not 7 cross 7 actually, because over here we are not using any padding. Okay, if we are not using any padding, it will decrease, right? If we are not using any padding, so obviously it will decrease to 5 cross 5. If you want to use padding, you can use, it depends. If you don't, suppose I am not using padding, okay, I am making it little simple. Okay, if I am not using any padding, so obviously it will decrease. Correct. So if it will decrease, it will become what? 5 cross 5, and the filter size I am increasing to 64. Okay, earlier it was 32, I made it 64. Okay, that means a single filter of size 3 cross 3 cross 32, and total number of filters used 64. That means the size becomes, okay, what is the size now? It is 5 cross 5 cross 64. Okay, it is what? It is,
Sir,
yeah.
padding is not used, so data may be lost, no?
Yeah, right. It may be lost. Actually, padding I had used at the first, like when it is a second layer, na? Sorry, it is a first convolutional layer. Okay, so I have used padding in the what that is known as the input data.
Okay.
Okay, I have used padding in the input data, and before this, okay, and I applied 32 filters. Okay, and as I applied 32 filters, this is what I got. Input data was 7 cross 7. So because of 32 filters, I am getting what? 7 cross 7 cross 32. Got it? Am I clear? So in this layer, I am not applying any filter. Sorry, I am not applying any padding. Okay, I am continuing without applying any padding. If you want to apply padding, okay, here also you can apply padding. It is not like that here we can't apply. Here also we can apply padding. Okay, here also you can apply the padding. Correct? No one will stop you, right? So suppose let's start define the padding only. I just tried not to use. Okay, so if I apply padding again, it will be 7 cross 7 cross 64 because 64 number of filters is used. Now you may think like it is keep increasing, how it will decrease. So I will tell you how it will decrease. Okay, just stick to the rule. I will stick to the plan. I will tell you how it will decrease also. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so it is now 7 cross 7 cross 64, correct? That means now if I have to apply a filter, the filter size will be, you can see, my drawing is not that good, but still you can, okay, it is 3 cross 3 cross 64. Okay, it is your filter size, correct? It is your filter size, and your things will be what, your number of filters that you have to apply. Now I increased one more. Okay, I am just doubling it. Okay, 32 64, and now I made it 128. Okay, so as I made it 128, what will happen? I will get something over here. Okay, I will get something over here like this. Basically, CNN is used to preserve the information so that we should not lose. That's why it is increasing over here. Okay, so what I will get over here? I will get something like this. What I will get? If I will not use filter over here, sorry, padding over here.
Sir,
So I will
sir, padding is used to preserve the information or the CNN network? I think padding.
everything. It's padding, it's filter, everything. Whatever we are using, because when you are using padding, okay, so information get preserved. The information that the corner information that we were losing, we preserved it. Okay, with the help of single, suppose single filter. Okay, single 3 cross 3 filter, we are generating a new layer. Okay, so we are generating a new layer. So to figure out, to generate more possibility, we use more number of filter. Okay, to have more possibility, like, this single layer, we can't say that this single layer can have all the information that I want. Okay, so what
Sir,
I did, yeah, please.
Sir, I have one more question. Sir, for an example, like input image, we are saying like suppose we have this 7 cross 7 matrix in input image. Now
Mm-hmm.
we are applying our kernel,
Mm-hmm.
right? To get, I mean, to convert it into 3 by 3 matrix. So, sir, which input image contains some values like in the form of the 0 and 1? Then in those boxes, like when we are converting the matrix into 3 cross 3, which
Mm-hmm.
values we are taking in that, 3 cross 3, because number of cells will be decreased.
Right. You are very good question. Actually, you asked me, just a minute. You are having, actually, the image will be represented by this one. Okay, the image will be represented by this one, right? 7 cross 7, and this is your weight matrix. This is not your image matrix. This is your weight matrix. Okay, that will be initialized randomly from any point that your machine will learn. Okay, for example, if you are using ANN, right? So in ANN, what happens? This is your hidden layer, this is your output layer. So what basically connects them together? Okay, if it is your, suppose, x1, it is x2, it is x3, it is x4, it is x5, right? And this is your h1. So h1 is equal to what? X1 multiplied by weight 1, okay, plus x2 multiplied by weight 2, correct, plus x3 multiplied by weight 3, plus x4 multiplied by weight 4, plus x5 multiplied by weight 5, plus bias. Okay, so these weight 1, weight 2, weight 3, weight 4, weight 5 came from where? So these are initialized, just it is initialized some random value. Okay, just some, any real number will be used over here, right? Means your model uses any real number over here, and during the course of back propagation, these value your model learns. Okay, these value your model learns to give the best possible accuracy. Same thing happened over here. These are the weights actually. Okay, these 3 cross 3 are the weights that will be initialized something. Okay, that will be applied over here. Okay, over here, this is a 7 cross 7 matrix representing your image. So suppose this particular pixel is represented by, suppose, 7, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1, this is 5, this is 6, this is 1, this is 0, this is 7. Okay, then what will happen? 7 multiplied by -1 plus 3 multiplied by 0 plus 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by -1 plus 5 multiplied by 0 plus 1 multiplied by 6 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into -1 plus 0 into 0 plus 7 into 1. Okay, and this will give you a single value over here. Okay, and during the course of back propagation, these value will just tuned. Okay, these will tune themselves to give you the best possible accuracy. Am I
Yes,
clear?
sir, got it. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, just a minute. There are certain more things. Okay, okay. So let's continue. Okay, now just let me finish this thing. You will get each and every concept. Okay, just let me finish it. Okay, once I will finish it, and thereafter you'll get like why it is increasing, why I made from 64 to 32 to 64, 64 to 128, why I'm increasing. You'll get each and every answer. Okay, so just a minute. I hope you understood the thing. So that thing is not there. So it is your initial image. Okay, initial data. We used a padding. Okay, and we made it what 9 cross 9. Okay, applied a filter. Okay, of 3 cross 3. Okay, the number of filters that I applied is the number of filters that I'm applying over here is 64. Okay, or yeah, fine. Let me apply 64. Okay, total 64 filter each of 3 cross 3. One filter will give you one layer. Okay, 64 filter will give you 64 layer. Okay, 64 layer. Okay, that means there is no chance of information loss. Okay, because the layer size increases, right? So it is what you are getting 7 cross 7 cross 64. Over here you will apply your filter. Now you will apply a 3-dimensional filter. Okay, now the filter size will not be 3 cross 3, it will be 3 cross 3 cross 64. Okay, 3 cross 3 cross 64. Okay, number of filters I am applying 128. So this 3 cross 3 cross 64 will goes at one point. Okay, like this. Okay, how to draw? You can just imagine like this, right? You can just imagine. So it will go over here. Okay, like this. 3 cross 3 cross 64, and it will give you a single layer. Okay, so that means you will get a single layer over here. Okay, and you are getting this thing. Sorry. Okay, and number is 128. That means the next will be what? The next size will be your next size will be 7 cross 128, because here also I applied this thing, what? Padding. Okay, here also I applied padding. Okay, here also I applied padding. Okay, so 7 cross 7 is increased out, 128 increased. Okay, now what I will do, I will apply over here max pooling. Okay, max pooling will be applied 2 cross 2. Okay, you know, if it will be applied 2 cross 2, then it is a matrix cross 3. Like if there is a matrix, suppose there is a matrix over here. Okay, just a minute, let me draw. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, it is a matrix. 1 2 3 4 5 6 draw one. Better. Now if I have to apply a max pooling, what I will do, I will apply like this. Okay, 2 cross 2 2 cross 2, that means it will max pull from 2 cross 2, then again 2 cross 2, then again 2 cross 2, and then again 2 cross 2. That means it will convert into 4 cross 4. Okay, here also 2 cross 2, here also 2 cross 2, and here also 2 cross 2. So it will convert this thing into 4 cross 4, isn't it? That means one thing is clear: if I am having a matrix of size 7 cross 7, okay, because of max pooling, it will be converted into what? It will be converted into
2 cross 2.
no, no, not 2 cross 2 cross 2 is the filter size. It will be converted into 4 cross 4, right? Like 2 cross 2. Okay, then again 2 cross 2. So 1 2 3 4 4 is considered, again 2 cross 2. Okay, it is 6 is considered, again 2 cross 2. That means it will give you 1, it will give you 1, it will give you 1, and it will give you 1. That is 4 cross 4, right? Am I clear? If we apply max pooling over 7 cross 7, you will get a matrix of size 4 cross 4. So because of max pooling, your size will be over here. If not clear, please do let me know. I will explain again. Okay, it is what 4 cross 4, but not 4 cross 4 only. It will be what 4 cross 4 cross 128. Okay, it will be what? It will be 4 cross 4 cross 128, right? Okay, it will be 4 cross 4 cross 128. Okay, then what I will do, I will again apply the next filter of size. Okay, next filter of size, what? 3 cross 3. Okay, 3 cross 3, right? This is a filter of size 3 cross 3 cross 128, because depth needs to be same. Okay, depth needs to be same, or sorry, filter size of 3 cross 3 cross 128, right? Yeah, depth needs to be same. Numbers I can increase. I am increasing the number to 256. Okay, so what will be the output? The output over here will be 4 cross. Okay, the output over here, it is going to be 4 cross 4 cross what? Can anyone let me know? 256, because total 256 filters are applied. That's why 256, correct? Then what I will do, again I will apply max pooling. Okay, so because of max pooling, this 4 cross 4 becomes what? 2 cross 2. Okay, this will becomes 2 cross 2. Okay, so because of this 2 cross 2, what will you get? You will get this thing. Okay, you will get this thing, 2 cross 2 cross 256. Correct. Next, what we can do, as we got 2 cross 2 cross 256, after this you can't apply this filter of 3 cross 3. Okay, you can't apply the filter of 3 cross 3. What we can do, we can use this thing as a input layer for FCN. You can use this thing as a input layer for what? For FCN. Or there is one more thing that you can do. If I apply, okay, fine. One more thing that you can do, it depends upon us. Okay, one more thing that we can do, let me go with that particular way. Okay, I will not apply max pooling over here. Let me apply one more filter. Okay, let me apply one more filter over here of 3 cross 3. Okay, as I apply 3 cross 3 filter of size 256. Okay, it depends, like where we want to apply, whatever we can apply. Okay, it depends upon our need, right? So if I apply 3 cross 3 over here, 3, it is a filter of size 3 cross 3 cross 256. Okay, and how many filters I want to apply, that I will decide. But what will happen, 3 cross 3 cross 256, my further layer, if I will not use any padding, here the padding is used. Okay, here the padding is used. Okay, here also the max pooling is done, and from there, here also padding I used. Okay, here also I used padding. Okay, here I didn't use padding because over here max pooling is done. Okay, no convolutional layer, but here no padding. I am not using any padding now. Okay, because the most important padding is at the input layer. These layer, if you want to use padding, you can use, and if you don't want to use, it is not that much mandatory. Okay, that's why from 7 cross 7 it remains 7 cross 7, from 4 cross 4 it remains 4 cross 4. But here I am not using any padding. That's why the next layer will be what? Next layer will be 2 cross 2. Okay, next layer will be what? 2 cross 2 cross how many? I'm applying total 512. Okay, I'm applying total 512 filters. So next layer will be 2 cross 2 cross 512, isn't it? 2 cross 2 cross 512. Okay, now if I apply max pooling over here, what I will get? I will get 1 cross 512. Okay, this is the final layer. So I what I'm having at the end, I am having 1 cross 512. That means 512 neurons are created for FCN. Okay, and this will be used for what? For final output layer. So you can see we started from 2 dimension, 2 dimension, 2 dimension, and because of this thing, okay, because of this complete procedure, what happened through CNN, we keep increasing the value in one direction, and in other direction it decreases, 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 and it turned out to be 512 neurons at the end. It turned out to be 512 neurons at the end. So over here what we use? Max pooling. So how many max pooling use? Max pooling is used at this point and max pooling is used at this point. 2 times I use max pooling. How many convolutional layers used? This is one convolutional layer, okay, and this is second convolutional layer, okay, this one, and after this one is your third convolutional layer, this one is your fourth convolutional layer. Total 4 convolutional layer, isn't it? Because we applied filter for how many times? First time filter, total 64 filter, next time 128 filter, third time 256 filter, fourth time 512 filters. Okay, so that's why we keep increasing the filter size. Okay, we keep increasing the filter size so that if in one direction it is converging, in other direction it will keep increasing. Okay, in the other direction it will keep increasing. That's how things are basically done over here. Okay, so just let me know if you're having any query about it, anything that you could not understand. Am I clear with the CNN? Fine. I hope I'm clear. Okay, now it's turn for VGG16. Okay, so I will do the coding for CNN and VGG16 all together. Okay, now we will understand, we'll discover about the VGG16. What is VGG16 actually? VGG16 is nothing, it's just a one form of CNN model. Okay, like we're having a CNN model, it is just a one form of CNN model which is highly successful, because I had defined the first CNN model that was the generic, that was the most basic CNN model. Okay, when I started explaining, okay, in the most simple CNN model we use just one filter, okay, and one filter, one layer, then max pooling, then done. Okay, one filter, one layer, max pooling, and done. There was nothing so much complicated, right? But what happened, that particular CNN model was not so much successful. That's why there are a lot many CNN model has been proposed, or there are a lot many CNN architecture has been given. Okay, out of all those CNN architecture, there is one architecture known as VGG16, right? So let me tell you about. Okay, max. Okay, I will explain. Okay, I'll explain. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so let me remove cat from here. Okay. I will just type over here CNN architecture. Architecture. So when I will selected CNN architecture and I will open it, any blog I can open. Okay, so you can see there are so many CNN architectures are there, but it should come over here. Okay, like VGG16. Okay, this is the most complicated or most heavy CNN model, VGG16. Okay, and then we are having Inception V3, ResNet, Exception, Inception, ResNet, ResNet, RexRx, sorry, ResNextNet. So basically what happened in this CNN model, the position of, you can say, the position of, you can say, what this is known as uh, filters. Okay, the filters where we are applying, or the kind of max pooling we are applying, so those positions basically changed. Okay, those positions used to be changed, right? So these many architectures are there: net, LXNet, VG16, Inception, ResNet, right? So what are these? Okay, so don't worry, if I consider the LANet, okay, this was introduced in 1998. Okay, so quite back in time. So you can see we had applied a 32 cross 32 cross 1. So this is what 32 cross 32 cross 1. 32 cross 32 cross 1 is the input value. Okay, then convolutional 5 cross 5. Okay, convolutional 5 cross 5 means what? We applied a filter size of 5 cross 5. Okay, here the filter size was what? 5 cross 5. Okay, after applying a convolutional layer of 5 cross 5, we are average pulling and max pulling. It's same thing. Okay, so basically in the max pulling we pull the maximum value, in average pulling we calculate the average and we pull the average value. Okay, so here the average pulling size is what? 2 cross 2. Correct, and then again convolutional layer, then again average pulling, then the complete things. Okay, that means what? It works like this. Okay, we are having an input size of 32 cross 32. There is a single convolutional layer. At 1998 the systems were not that much advanced, that's why this simple model was introduced. But nowadays systems gets most advanced, that's why VGG net was considered. Okay, this is called 5 cross 5 filter. This is applied over here. So when it will be applied over here, what will you get? 32 cross 32, what will you get? It will be like, just let me calculate it. Suppose we are having a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so on 7 cross 7, if you apply 5 cross 5, what will happen? 1 2 3 4 5, right? 1 2 3 4 5, right? 5, and then this 5, and then this 5. Okay, so that means 7 cross 3 converted into 3 cross 3. So if you apply 32 cross 32, then what will happen? It will be converted into it will be converted into what? It will be converted into 7 cross 7 is converted into 3 cross 4 minus, that is around 28 cross 28. Okay, it will be converted into 28 cross 28, right? So 28 cross 20, right? Thereafter average pulling. Average pulling means what? If you can see 2 cross 2 average pulling, it is showing 2 cross 2 average pulling or max pulling. What happened? It considers, so please look at the thing, I'm again explaining it. The 2 cross 2 matrix will be considered from here. Okay, and average of this value will be pulled out. In max pulling, from this 2 cross 2 maximum will be pulled out. The maximum will be pulled out. Okay, maximum will be pulled out outside it. Okay, outside it, right? So average is will pulled out. That means what will happen? Your this 28 cross 28 will be converted further into, because of this average pulling over 2 cross 2, this 2 cross 2 average pulling, this will be converted into what? 14 cross 14. Correct, 14, just it will get half. Okay, thereafter again convolutional 5 cross 5 will be applied. That means it will be, because of this convolutional, it will be 10 cross 10. Okay, then again 2 cross 2 will be applied. That means it will be converted into 5 cross 5 because of this average pulling. And then with the 5 cross 5, thereafter multiple these things are basically applied. Okay, these things are applied over here, and all those things are, there is a final layer has been created, and all those things happened, right? So this is how these things proceeds. Okay, this was a linear architecture that was given earlier in time. Okay, because things were not that much evolved at that time. Then AlexNet came. Okay, AlexNet also, it is saying the same thing over here. The position of max pulling and all those things had been changed. Okay, and thereafter VG16 came. Okay, so over here VG16 is defined, but I will try to let you know VG16 from a separate article. Just a minute. We can just search for VG16 architecture. This is an article that is best describing it. Okay, so see what happened over here in VG16. We were given with initial image of 224 cross 3. That means it is a 3. Why 3? Because it's a RGB image, isn't it? It is what? It's a RGB image. So obviously there will be a 3 layers. Okay, it is what? It's a RGB image. So obviously there will be a 3 layers. Okay, red, green, blue. So over here 3 things are there. Okay, then what is applied over here? The filters are applied. Okay, so over here the filters are not going to be in one dimension, or sorry, 2 dimension. The filters will be applied over here. The size of the filters are 3 cross 3. Just a minute. Okay, the size of the filters are 3 cross 3, okay, cross 64. Okay, this was the size. Okay, this was the size of the filter. 3 cross 3 cross 64. Sorry, 3
Sir,
cross
it's
3.
different. So
3 cross
224 into
let,
224 into
let me complete. Over here, the filters will be applied will be 3 cross 3 cross 3. Okay, because the 3 layers are present over here. Okay, so that's why, you know, if there are just one layer, sorry, if there is just one layer, okay, like I explained, okay, if there is only one layer, okay, then I applied a filter, what, that is also in only 2 dimensions. Okay, this is a 2 dimension, 7 cross 7, so filter is also 3 cross 3. Okay, and total number of filters I applied 64. Okay, so in this case it is 7 cross 7 cross 3. Okay, so if it is 7 cross 7 cross 3, right, then the filter size will also be 3 cross 3 cross 3. Okay, so if filter size will be 3 cross 3 cross 3, okay, 3 cross 3 cross 3, right, and total number of filters are 64, right, so in that case what I will get 7 cross 7 cross 64, isn't it? I will get what, 7 cross 7 cross 64, because this one filter will goes over here, will just suit itself, will just fix itself on top of it, okay, and will give you a single value. Okay, so that's how total 64 filter will give 64. Same thing is happening over here. 224 is the input, 3 is the number of layers, total filters applied are 64, and filter size was 3 cross 3 cross 3. Okay, that's why we are getting 224 cross 224 cross 64. Now am I clear? Please let me know. Okay,
Please repeat, sir. Please.
okay, I repeat. Okay, fine. No. Okay, so just see.
No, just
Uh,
last part. 224 by 224, 3 into 64.
okay, so just imagine, just forget 224, consider our own example, that was 7 cross 7, isn't it? Now on 7 cross 7 I had applied what, I had applied a filter of 3 cross 3, correct? So when I applied a filter of 3 cross 3, what I will get, I will get with padding, I will get 7 cross 7. Okay, isn't it? 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so it is what, 7 cross 7. Okay, now if I will apply total number of filter is 64, then what I will get, 7 cross 7 cross 64, right? But at the same time, suppose I am having a data, the data is represented by 3-dimensional matrix. It is not a 2-dimensional matrix because it is not a grayscale image, it's a colored image. As it is a colored image, right, so it will be what, it will be 7 cross 7 cross 3, is it or not? The data itself is 7 cross 7 cross 3, just like over here 2 to 4 cross 2 to 4 cross 3.
Okay, got it, sir. Got it. Very
Okay,
nice. Thanks.
okay, then the filter will also be three dimension, isn't it? If data is 3-dimension, filter will also be 3-dimension. Okay, then also you'll get the same thing, 7 cross 7 cross 64, because 64 filters are there, right? Okay, so I hope it is clear. If not, then you can ask me again, I repeat you. Okay, so it is what, 2 to 4 cross 2 to 4 cross 64. Why? Because 64 filters were used. Thereafter max pooling is done. Because of max pooling, what happened, it converted into 112 cross 112. Okay, because of max pooling, it is converted. You can see over here, red color is symbolizing max pooling, right? So because of max pooling, it is 112 cross 112, right? But 64 was still there. Okay, they had not written over here, but 64 was still there, and thereafter they had applied convolutional. Okay, and this convolutional is having 128 filters. That's why 112 cross 112 is converted into 112. That means first it was 112 cross 112 cross 64. Okay, when it came down from here to here, it was 112 cross 112 cross 64, and after this they had applied filter of 3 cross 3 cross 64 in total number okay, in total number 128. Okay, so as they applied in total number 128, the size becomes what? 128. Okay, then again max pulling 56. That means over here it becomes 56 cross 56 cross 128. Okay, when it is 56 cross 128, what happened thereafter? They had applied over here, when after max pulling it was 56 cross 56 cross 128, thereafter a filter has been applied, 3 cross 128, okay, multiplied by 256. So you are getting what? 56 cross 256. This is what you are getting, correct? Then again max pulling, then again this thing, 28 cross 512, then again max pulling, then again this 14 cross 14. That means you can see continuously they are increasing the filter size and decreasing the length of the image. That means through max pulling they are decreasing in one end, and through this filter size they are increasing the width. Okay, and at the end 7 cross 518, and then again max pulling, and then again at the end it reaches up to here. Okay, 1 cross 4096. Okay, after doing all the process, fully netted ReLU and all the ReLU and all, I guess you are knowing ReLU, right? If not, then I will explain ReLU also, nothing to worry. So it is what we are getting, and at the end it is 1000 is what? 1000 is the output layer softmax. That means this model is created to predict 1000 different objects. Okay, to identify 1000 different objects. This model was created for what? This model was created to identify 1000 different objects, and this is your final FCN, fully connected layer, right? So it is your VGG16, which is a type of what? Which is a type of CNN only, but it is the most advanced type. One of the there are so many advanced CNN network, but it is one of the most advanced type of CNN network. Okay, that is highly successful in case of object and pattern recognition. Okay, if you have to create a model to recognize an object or to recognize a pattern, this is so much successful till date. Okay, apart from that, there are so many other architecture are also there. So if you understood this architecture, you can try to figure out you can try to understand other architecture also. Okay, because if we understood any one architecture, then we can understand others also. We have to just read it, and we can there are many articles you can see. I can't say which article is good or bad. You have to just figure it out, because if you have a concept, you can easily figure out that which one is good or which one is bad. Okay, so AlexNet was a simple one. VG16 we had seen, the same thing is given over here. It is little in a simple manner. Okay, then Inception V1 came in 2015-14. This was also a good thing. Okay, Inception, you can just try to understand what is Inception. Then Inception V3 in 2015. This is also advanced architecture. Okay, then ResNet 50. Okay, this is also a successful architecture. But again, we can use this architecture according to our need, and which one will suit the problem. Okay, that depends. That we can only figure out after applying. Okay, without applying, I can't say that this architecture will suit this problem or this architecture. That first of all we have to apply, and after applying only we can decide which architecture is successful. Right? So just let me know if I'm clear or not this thing. So the programming, just have a more just read it more, the different architectures. Just try to read more architectures. Okay, and you can come up with a question. I will try to sort out your questions as well. But first just try to figure out. It is a good thing. NeuroHive is a very nice website to give you a full detail. Okay, and the programming we will discuss in next class. Okay, I will discuss the both programming, the basic CNN programming also, and the VGG16 programming also. Okay, both programming and the programmings we can do, as well as certain more regularization things are there. Okay, that are also needs to be understood, that we can apply in NN and CNN anywhere, like regularization or batch normalization, right? So yeah, we are having a less time, but still I will try to cover that part also, the regularization and the batch normalization, because those are the tuning techniques that makes our model a little better. Okay, so if I'll get a time, I'll try to cover that part also. Let's see, hope for the best.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem, sir.
Right. Right. Absolutely right, Mr. Nikam. Okay. So, if it is done, so shall we sign off?
Over, sir.
Yeah.
Is it over or you're continuing? No problem.
No. It's over. It's today. It's enough for today.
Okay. Then no problem.
Okay,
In
sir.
case all participants are happy, no problem then.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Again, we will meet tomorrow in the morning session.
Morning, sir.
Okay.
Morning. It's 10:30, right?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
I guess tomorrow we are having a session in continuation, like 10:30 to 12:15, and then after 12:15 also my session is there, I guess, right?
Yes, sir. Directly up to 2. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine. That's great. Okay.
Either you directly continue or you can take the break. No problem.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
sir.
Take care.
Yes.
Good night.
Okay, all the participants, thank you very much. And thanks, Bipul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah. We will meet tomorrow. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, all the participants, patience listening, and all the problem solving. Okay. So we will meet tomorrow. So just give your attendance. Okay. In chat box, I already sent the link of today's third session. Okay. Wait, I will send you. No problem. Yeah.